Annyeonghaseyo. Very happy to be here this bright morning in this very special place in the middle of the Han River. We always come to this island for events, but never for a conference in my 4 years here in Korea, so I'm very happy because this represents also clean river, and this is important. Your Excellency, Minister Ahn Do-kyun, co-chairman person Kim Sang-hyup, of course, Chairman Choi Jin-young, very happy and thank you for inviting me to this forum and happy to share with Executive Director Nobu Tanaka and other distinguished friends and experts here today. It is really very important that, as co-chairperson Kim Sang-hyup said, the role of media. I want to echo that as well. It's very important the work the Herald Media Group is doing to bring the attention of climate urgency and the need to make the green transition more prominent because you have a very important role to play, especially pushing public opinion. So your actions, as you said, to promote engagement and find practical solutions for this green transition are very timely. You said it already. Climate risks have already reached critical levels, and we all notice. Let me bring you a little bit to Europe. There has been last year in March the first ever European climate risk assessment. And that revealed that Europe is hitting at twice the global rate and will have to live with temperatures that are 3 degrees warmer. I can tell you we are heading for summer, heat waves, wildfires, floods. We just saw it in the Northern Europe, and drought. I'm going to go in summer to my refuge in Granada coast, and I can tell you how temperatures there are heating up, and every summer, one after each, we feel, that warm and temperatures are really increasing. 40 degrees in summer, it's very high. So what can we do, and what is the urgency? How can we put this urgency into the public so that the public can pressure politicians and pressure business, and everyone in the society takes its share? We know that energy production and consumption are the primary culprits behind the greenhouse emissions, and they are driving climate change. We know that fossil fuels are the biggest contributors, our reliance on coal, oil, and gas, and we are all doing this, whether generating electricity, power transportation, running industries, is fueling climate crisis. I imagine Mr. Nobuo will mention, according to the International Energy Agency, fossil fuels continue to present 80% of the total energy supply globally. And just oil is nearly 30%, coal 27%. So energy transition is very crucial, and that's why it's very important, our discussion today. Everyone is saying that Europe is leading the way. Probably it's true, but I tell you it's complicated and it's full of challenges. And yes, we are scaling up our climate ambitions, perhaps too pali-pali. That's what we are doing, pali-pali, the climate agenda. Some of the other issues, not so much. But there, Korea is less pali-pali than us. So I'm very happy to have listened to all the very important measures that Minister Ahn has just announced. We have the Green Deal, you all know it. We have the European climate law, so our targets are legally binding. They are into law. At least 55% by 2030, and our climate neutrality by 2050, and negative emissions thereafter. But we have even more ambitious, so they want to go even quicker. And last month, the Commission presented a communication that recommend to reach 90% of net greenhouse emissions reduction by 2040. Because 2030 it's 6 years from now, and it goes so quickly. So are we prepared for 2030? So we are prepared. We are going very quickly. So we are just aiming to have more ambitious, with a lot of challenges. It's expensive. You need innovation. You need everyone on board. So thank you again for Head and Media Group for this action. Let me give you an overview of how Europe is going to do it and accelerate the clean energy transition. We have what we call the Repower Europe, which is a very big package which tries to address both the global energy market disruption that was caused by the illegal Russian war of aggression against Ukraine, and at the same time tackling climate change. There is a set of actions in all dimensions of energy policy, and we are investing close to 300 billion euros, because you need a lot of funding and support to bring this clean energy transition, to make clean energy, to save energy, and to diversify our energy supplies. At the heart of all of this is renewable energy. And therefore, we try to increase the renewable share in our energy mix to 45% by 2030, in 6 years. Today, we stand at 23%. Can we nearly double it? Hope we can. And that is the big challenge. But for example, in 2023, the European Union installed an unprecedented 17 gigawatts of new wind energy and 56 gigawatts of solar. And I see that Korea is very dependent on solar in renewables, but there are plans to extend to other renewable energy. But we cannot do it alone. And all this enormous effort needs partnerships around the world and work both multilateral and bilateral. I know we're working very closely with Korea in the multilateral field. I remember when Ambassador Yu was supporting all the multilateral efforts that Korea was doing at the different COP. COP26, we include our commitment to phase out the unabated coal in energy production. In COP28, very important, our global pledge for renewables and energy efficiency. And Korea was one of the 130 countries that signed this effort for triple renewables and double energy efficiency by 2030. So I imagine the measures that Moti and I imagine together with Ministry of Environment have presented to try to push Korea's stake in renewables is under this global pledge. Bilaterally, we have also a green partnership with Korea, which was launched last year in our EU-Korea summit. I hope that we can do a lot of these things together. It's a very rich partnership, but we need to put it in motion. We need to make it, to implement it. So I hope to work closely with both Moti and Ministry of Environment and with the civil society in general and business to make this happen. I applaud your increased ambition now on renewables. It's very important. You cannot leave that aside. I've seen how from 7% now we are in 9%, but we have to get to the ambitious 2030 target that you have, and I hope hearing Co-Chairman Kim that this ambition goes higher. This is certainly very important. We are here to help you. I think we can do it together. I welcome an increase of NDCs. Very happy to hear that. But we have to do it together. So I hope we can say, Helshu Tuseo and Kansamnida.